This is page 109, and we are on dividing with a remainder. Read with me, please. Suppose you and your friend want to divide 9 polished rocks between you so that you each get the same number of polished rocks. You will each get 4 rocks with 1 rock left over. You can say that the quotient 9 divided by 2 has a remainder of 1. Example 2. Callie has 1,850 books. She must pack them into boxes to ship to a bookstore. Each box holds 12 books. How many boxes will she need to pack all of the books? Divide 1,850 by 12. I'm going to do that here next to, I'm going to cover this up and do that myself just to remind you how to do this. So we're going to divide 1,850 by 12. 12 doesn't go into 1, but it does go into 18 once. That's a little bit messy. I'm going to start over and make it just a little bit neater. 1,850 divided by 12. 12 doesn't go into 1, but it does go into 18 once. 1 times 12 is 12. 18 minus 12 is 6. Bring down this 5. 12 goes into 65 5 times, because 5 times 12 is 60. 65 minus 60 is 5. Bring down this 0. 12 goes into 54 times, because 4 times 12 is 48. And we have a remainder of 2. We've got nothing else to bring down. So our answer is 154, remainder 2. You can see down here at the bottom, the quotient is 154, remainder 2. Alright, so now we need to talk about what this means, because not everyone understands what a remainder means. So a couple of questions here. Reflect. Interpret the answer. What does a remainder mean in this situation? I feel like we need to write down what 154 means too. 154 is the number of boxes. And that's not totally true, because she's going to need more than that. I'm going to say 154 is the quotient. And the remainder of 2, or the remainder means 2 leftover books. So all of the books fit into boxes except for 2. And this question kind of ties together with the next one, which is interpret the answer. How many boxes does Callie need to pack the books? Explain. So one answer that kind of works for this is she needs 154 boxes, but there will be 2 books left over. But if you think about it in terms of she needs to ship all the boxes, then you can't say she can do it in 154 boxes. Callie needs 155 boxes. It says explain, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to put a semicolon right here. So she would have 154 full boxes and 1 small box with only 2 books in it. So in this case, the remainder meant that she needed a full extra box. So go back up to number 5, interpret the answer. What does the remainder mean in this situation? It means 2 leftover books. Number 6, how many boxes does Callie need to pack the books? She needs 155 full boxes. 154 full boxes with 1 more small box. It's a total of 155 boxes. All right, let's check out your turn at the bottom of the page. I'm going to grab a whiteboard here. I'm going to show my work on a whiteboard. We've got 5,796 divided by 25. 25 is a fabulous number to divide by. because most people know their 25s pretty simply. So let's check this out. 25 doesn't go into 5, but it does go into 57 twice, because 2 times 25 is 50. 57 minus 50 is 7. Bring down this 9. I've got 79. 25 goes into 79 3 times, because 3 times 25 is 75. And 79 minus 75 is 4. Bring down this 6. And 25 goes into 46 only once. And 1 times 25 is 25. And 6 minus 5 is 1, and 4 minus 2 is 2. And I have a remainder of 21, and that's less than 25. And so there's nothing else I can do here. So my answer is 231 with a remainder of 21. Let's check out number 8. Now dividing by 67 is actually much harder. 3,098 divided by 67. So what I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to think about it this way. 67 is close to 70, so that's going to help me estimate. How many times does 70 go into 3? It doesn't. Remember, we can put a little X there if we're worried about putting stuff in the wrong spot. Does 70 go into 30? It doesn't. Does 70 go into 309? I could call 309, I could call that 300, and I could call this 70. And then I could just simplify it even more and say how many times does 7 go into 30? I think it's going to be 4. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to check by doing 67 times 4 right here. I'm going to see how close I can get. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 2 is 26. And I think that's going to be close enough. We'll find out. If we subtract here and our difference is greater than 67, then I'll know I guessed wrong. But I'm going to try 4. 4 times 67 is 268. And I need this subtraction, the answer to the subtraction problem, I need it to be less than 67 in order to have done that right. 9 minus 8 is 1. And then I borrow here and do 10 minus 6 is 4. And 2 minus 2 is 0. 41 is less than 67, so I got it right. I'm going to bring this 18 down, or this 8 down. Now I got to ask myself, how many times does 67 go into 418? I'm going to make another guess here. And I could round 418 up to 420. And then if I drop that 0, it'd be 42. And remember, this is 70, and I could drop that 0 and make it 7. 42 divided by 7 is 6. I'm going to try 6 right here. I'm just trying to explain how I'm estimating these products. 6 times 7 is 42. 6 times 6 is 36. Plus 4 is 40. I've got 402. I think that's as close as I'm going to get to 418. So I'm going to put a 6 here. 6 times 67 is 402. And my difference is 16. And that is less than 67, so I did it right. So my answer is 46, remainder 16. Now, real quick, I want to show you how you can check an answer here. So I'm going to pop this deal up. You can do it with both of them. Here's how you can check using multiplication. If you multiply your divisor by your quotient, 67 times 46, I'm going to get 3,082. That's not exactly 3,098, but if I then add my remainder, it should be exactly my dividend. So we can do it again on the other one here. That should have shown you how to do it, but we'll do it on this one right here. I'm going to multiply 25 times 231. 25 times 231, and I get 5,775. I'm going to add my remainder plus my remainder of 21, and I get my dividend, 5,796. So I just showed you how you can check your answers on these using a calculator. Okay, good job. You're done with page 109.